Hey folks, welcome to Calvin's Got Game. Today, this video is continuing on the series of my top 100 games, and today I'm doing 90 to 81. I used Pub Meeple to rate these games so that I didn't just use my feelings, go, oh, I love this game so much, it should be on my top 100. No, Pub Meeple lets you put all your games in that you want to rank, and then they pit them against each other, and you pick which one you would rather like to play. I think that's a better way of doing it. Thank you, Pub Meeple, for doing that. I'll put a link below. If you want to try out Pub Meeple, I'll put a link below in the description so you can check them out. So let's get started with my number 90 to 81. So my number 90 is Silver. Silver is a card game that you're building a village, and all your cards are face down, and you're drawing a card from the stack, and you're deciding whether you want to use its ability, whether you want to put it into your tableau face down. What you're trying to accomplish in this game is you're trying to get the lowest score, so you want the lowest numbers in there. But each card has some kind of ability that it can do. So it's such a cool little game. I really enjoy it. Silver. Number 89. One of my favorites is Bang the Dice Game. This is one of my favorite party games. Bang the Dice Game. You're playing the cards, or you're playing a game where you're rolling dice, kind of Yahtzee style. So if people like Yahtzee, it's pretty easy to bring this game out. But each person has a hidden role except for the sheriff. And you have people that are trying to kill the sheriff. If you're the desperado, you want to try to keep the sheriff alive because you want to be the last guy standing to kill the sheriff. There's also a deputy that helps the sheriff. So this game is fantastic. I love it. If you've never played it, you might want to get it to the table. Bang the Dice Game is number 89. Number 88, another game that has hidden roles, is Secret Hitler. We really enjoy this with my game group. We play this game and we always have a blast playing it. Trying to find out who's Hitler and trying to take Hitler out before all the fascist policies get passed, or we can get the liberal policies going. So it is such a fantastic game. The hidden role games my game group really enjoys. But Secret Hitler, you're trying to choose policies, and so you're going to either the president chooses a chancellor, and the president takes 3 of those. Once it's voted on that that's okay to do, takes 3 of these policies. He looks at them secretly. And so he passes 2 of them to the chancellor and discards one face down so no one knows what it is. And then the chancellor has to make the decision of which policy to take. Well, if you're a fascist, you want the fascist policies to pass. But if you're liberal, you want the liberal policies to pass. Well, sometimes you don't have a choice. They'll pass you 2 fascist policies. And you got to flip up one of them. So it's going to be fascist. Everybody's pointing the finger at you that you're a fascist or you're Hitler. Because there's always one Hitler, one fascist, the rest of you are liberal. Guys, a fantastic game. If you hadn't played it, go check it out. My number 88, Secret Hitler. Number 87 is Elder Sign. Elder Sign's another one of those Yahtzee-style role games. But in this one, you're fighting old Cthulhu and trying to get these things passed. Or Cthulhu's one of his minions or other gods or whatever they are. But you have these symbols on your dice, and you're trying to match them up to some of the tests on the cards out in these areas. And it's I find it a difficult game to play because I can't ever roll. The dice is very luck driven. The dice always seem to be against me. So I don't ever complete this game. I hardly ever win it. It is a tough game. So Elder Sign is my number 87. If you like Yahtzee, you'll probably like that game as well. 86 is a great game for families, and it is called Ink and Gold. Ink and Gold is in your push your luck. You're going into a temple. You have 5 levels of the temple, and each time you're flipping over a card, and it may have jewels on it, and if it has jewels on it, you try to divide it up evenly among all the players, and if there's any left over, you put it on the card. As you're going deeper in the cave, it's left on the card as you go deeper. Well, and then before each card is revealed, you decide whether you want to keep exploring or you want to go back to your tent. Well, if you go back to your tent, you get to keep the jewels that you've earned, and also you pick up any jewels along the way. And you stick those in your tent, you can never lose them. But if you go on and hazards pop up, 2 hazards of the same kind pop up, you lose everything. You don't get anything. you either dropped everything and ran for your life to get out of the cave. Guys, this is such a family game that even if you can understand what the cards mean, this game can be played down all the way to 6, I believe. It is that simple. And I think it's a great family game for that. So, if you gather around a holiday or a birthday or something, this is a great game to play. Ink and Gold, my number 86. 85, and people might be surprised at how low this game is because I do love cooperative games. This was probably one of the first cooperative games I bought, and it is Pandemic. Pandemic is a game to where you're trying to rid diseases across the world. You're trying to stop outbreaks. You're trying to just rid these diseases by playing certain cards and taking off the cubes on the board, the disease cubes, and you're trying to find a cure for them. It is a fantastic game. I've enjoyed it greatly, but as I've moved on in my gaming taste and stuff, Pandemic has become, it's still in my top 100. I still love playing it, but it has dropped quite a bit for me, and that's Pandemic number 85. Number 84 is a card game, just a simple card game, and it's called Grifters. Grifters is it's in the, what is it? I'm trying to think of it. The Resistance world. I had to look over here and see Resistance. It's in the Resistance world, set in that kind of dystopian world where you're robbers or criminals and you're trying to plan these plots of stealing things. And you're trying to get the most of a certain color or set. And this game, I don't know, I find it fun. And there's cards that have abilities on them as you're playing. If you play a card for its ability, you can do that, but you have to put it in your hideout. So it's going to take a while before you see those cards again. So you have to be careful of what you play. You can send out a group of cards, but you don't get to do each one's ability. You spin the cards to get whatever you're heisting. And then it's going to take a while for those cards to come back into your hand. So having cards in your hand is always important. But I really enjoy Grifters. Simple game, fun, and I enjoy it. That's my number 84, Grifters. 83 is Call to Adventure. Call to Adventure is, well, it's what it says. It's an adventure game, but it's more of an adventure game to where you're building your story of your hero or anti-hero. Because you could go either way in this game. You can go the anti-hero route or you can go the hero route. Most people, I mostly go for the hero route. Sometimes you have to go for some anti-hero things, but you're telling a story. And by the time you go through Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3, you get to roll cast these cool flat stones. You're casting stones. It is pretty cool. I like that. That's why it's my number 83, because I like it. But by the time you get through Act 3, you reveal your final card, because it's face down. It is actually your destiny, if you will. And so you tell the story of how your character got there. And you do that by the cards. They have little storylines on them. And so you can tell that story. And I love to hear everybody's story as they go around the table. They might have started out as a farmer who wanted revenge or something. And so all through there, you'll tell that story. You'll try to get cards that fit your narrative for your story. Such a great game. Call to Adventure, my number 83. 82. I'm not a big person into politics. I do discuss politics. I do talk about politics sometimes. But I'm not so enthralled with it that I just get my feelings hurt if somebody has a disagreement the way I agree. We all have a right to agree to whatever we want, right? We tend to go either way. But Campaign Manager, this is my number 82, Campaign Manager 2008, gives you the opportunity to be a campaign manager either for Barack Obama or John McCain. So you pick the side you want to be on. The cards have actual things that happens, and you can play them to get certain things done. Like you can swing a state one way or another. You know, when you went and gave a speech, you got to swing it from the defense to economics, or you get to move so many voters your way. Guys, it's pretty cool. I enjoy playing. It's only a 2-player game, but I enjoy playing this with my wife. A lot of times she beats me, and a lot of times the outcome, sometimes on the 2008 election, hey, McCain wins, not Obama. Or Obama wins, not McCain, which truly happened. So it is such a fun game. I enjoy it. It's just fun to do. And when election time comes up, I always seem to drag this game out because I just enjoy the tense moment. Because you don't play with all the cards either, right? You have a stack of cards that you're going to draft, and you only get so many cards to play in your deck, and you'll reshuffle them and play them again. But you only get so many, so each game is different. You can pick your strategy of how you want to go against your opponent. And hopefully they're picking a strategy that you can take advantage of because they didn't get some of the cards you did, like moving all Hispanic voters over to your side, or moving women voters, or what are those people in the middle, undecided voters, or whatever. Guys, such a great game. Campaign Manager 2008, my number 82. Like it. All right, the last one for the list on this group is number 81, and it's Fabled Fruit. Fabled Fruit is an interesting game. I like it a lot because you're putting out a market of cards, and you're buying those cards with fruits. But you have a little marker that you can put on a card, and you're going to use it for its special ability. So the card may say draw 3 cards, so you'll get more fruit in your hand to buy a card. And the deal is you have to buy so many, depending on player count, of those cards, and you turn them over to fruit juice or wine, whatever you want to call it. And if you get enough of them, the game ends. But what's really cool is you have a stack of cards over here that when you finish out a pile, if you bought all of them, or if you buy one, you're going to put out another card. Now, there's sets of 4 or so of each one, so you may just lay it on top of the one that you already have out there, but eventually you're going to get to new and interesting things. I haven't played fully through this whole thing yet. I play it quite often. I really do enjoy Fabled Fruit. It's always a different experience. Guys, thank you for watching. I want you to hit that subscription button. Hit that bell for notifications when I bring out new videos. I'm just so happy that you're here watching this channel. I do greatly appreciate it. And if you like it and subscribe, it helps me know that, hey, I'm getting my job done about letting you know about great games out there. Guys, as I always say, get a board game to the table, spend time with your friends and family, and by all means, thank you for watching Calvin's Got Game.